So look at these two guys. This is Mike, and Mike's one of the best looking guys in his entire college. He's athletic, good looking, and he enjoys dating and sleeping with the lovely ladies of his campus. Now look at this guy. He's 51, barely passes for average looking, out of shape, and he's going bald. So here's my question to you. If you were to have a contest to see who would get more beautiful women in their 20s, who do you think would win? Most people would say that Mike because, well, younger women go for guys like him. But you know what? They'd be wrong, and here's why. The politically correct mass media have been lying to you for years about what young women want. The guy on the right, that was actually me. My name's Adam, and I believe it, and believe it or not, I've run circles around guys like Mike when it comes to meeting, attracting, dating, and enjoying passionate adventures and deep connection with young, beautiful women. How do I do it? Simple. First, take a look at this, a regular old hamburger stand. And in a moment, you're going to see provocative proof that when you combine this with this, you unleash an endless stream of attractive, young, gorgeous women who pursue you and ask you out on dates first. Now, watch this short training with me to see exactly how to easily magnetize loving, fun, happy younger women into your life. I'm also going to show you my magic 7-word phrase you can say to any young woman if she asks that dreaded question, "Hey, how old are you?" I know it's crazy, but these 7 words make her smile, make her admire you, and instantly make her realize that you're just what she's been looking for in a more experienced man. I'll also show you the 3 deadly mistakes men make that cause women to see them as that creepy old guy. Now, the good news is that these are easy to fix. In fact, you'll be surprised how much easier it's now going to be for you to talk to younger women, get them to open up to you, and feel irresistibly, even primally attracted to you. And here's more good news. You'll also learn about the instant switch every young woman has that, once flipped on, compels her to fantasize about making love to you and wanting to prove herself worthy of you. So if you're curious what it feels like to have an eager young woman as your loyal, dedicated lover or girlfriend, you're about to love what I'm about to show you. Because by the end of this short training session, you'll have proof that younger women don't want those scraggly adolescent dudes who play lead guitar in some low-rent bar band. That's more mass media nonsense. The truth is, young women have gotten smart. They don't want inexperienced boy men. They're tired of them. It bores them. They want substance and a guy who has more life experience. They want you. So this training is for my inner circle. I don't know how long it will be here and free of charge to watch, so watch this now while you still can. And I promise the solutions I'm about to reveal to you will not only shock you, they will also breathe new life into you and make you feel younger, stronger, and more alive than you've felt in years. And there's one tip in particular that will totally surprise you. You'll realize that you not only have something unique to offer younger, beautiful women, but you actually have an unfair advantage over the unexperienced, immature boy men who bore women to tears. Now remember, I'm about to show you how these two very seemingly unrelated things will create for you an endless stream of young, attractive women who pursue you for dates, relationships, and of course, the beauty and wonder of sex. And I'll also reveal more proven, tested, seemingly simple conversational tips with younger women that quietly compel them to see you as a prize so that they must have you for themselves. First, I'm going to share a quick story with you. It's pretty embarrassing, but you'll see why I'm telling it in just a second. So stay with me a minute. You'll be glad. Deal? All right, let's do this. For the last 9 years, my team and I have been training men worldwide to do 5 things: be bold, authentic, fearless, dignified, and wildly successful with women. Now, if you don't know me, you may have seen me on ABC's hit TV show, How to Get the Guy. That's me. I was the guy. On Dr. Phil, or as a writer, or quoted in the Huffington Post and dozens of other news platforms. I'm also known as the #1 ranked dating expert in the world on David D'Angelo's famous monthly Interviews with Dating Gurus series. But what's important for you is that I have spent the last decade extracting every secret you need to become wildly successful at meeting and inspiring beautiful younger women into your life. And what's even more important for you is that I wasn't always a recognized dating expert. In fact, I was just the opposite. You see, my love life, and my life used to be pretty horrible. Everything fell apart for me on one day. It was Wednesday, May 23rd, 2001. I remember it well. I found out my wife tried to cheat on me with my best friend. Well, to his credit, he rejected her, and to her credit, she did apologize to me for it, but I filed for divorce the next day. The thought of continuing in the humiliation of a marriage where my own wife was willing to betray me, not for me. I was done. Because it actually also opened my eyes. Suddenly, I could see everything else that was wrong in my life, how I was settling for second best as a man, and I chose to leave. But I was 39 with 2 sons. And breaking up my family sent devastating shockwaves into every corner of my life. For years, I'd had this little family. I worked hard, I renovated our little house with my own hands, and I imagined spending the rest of my life with my wife. And then, just like that, it was over. There was no going back. For the first time in my life, I woke up in the morning alone. I woke up to breakfast alone. I went to bed alone. And I took my kids out to dinner, and I felt like a loser because as we ate, I used to look at the other tables with their intact little families, and I just felt undateable. I felt undesirable. I felt like a failure in life, like my life was over. Well, a few months later, I started trying to date again, but I thought, who would want me? It turned out that the divorced moms of my kids' friends did. I was new meat on the soccer mom market. So we'd have dinner, watch TV together, and talk, usually about the kids or the past or divorce. And they were very nice women, but honestly, something was missing. The spark just wasn't there. The truth is, women who are already overwhelmed with work and their own kids, there was something stressful and kind of same old about it. I mean, look, I believe their kids should be their first priority. They're doing the right thing. But I wanted to be number one for a change. I wanted a woman's love and attention, devotion. And to tell the honest truth, I wanted something passionate, wild, youthful, spontaneous. I'm sure you know what I mean. So I began to wonder, is this it? Was this going to be my whole future, making out in minivans and squeezing dates in between her doctor appointments and kids' recitals? Listening to endless tales of awful ex-husbands who'd done them wrong? Well, it was pretty bad. Then one night, everything changed. So a friend of mine in Santa Monica, he'd been through the same stale sadness before. He called me up and said, "Hey, Adam, there's someone you got to meet." Now, my buddy introduced me to William, a guy who had an incredible story to tell. Like me, he was in his 40s and single, but unlike me, he was having the time of his life, dating women 10 or 20, even 25 years younger than him. And I have to admit at the time, the idea of dating someone 20 years younger than me, well, it felt wrong somehow, kind of taboo or impossible. After all, why would some hot young 20-something ever want to date me, divorced guy driving a Honda Civic? But get this, William had so many dates with these younger women, he had to keep a database on his laptop just to keep track of them all. This I had to see. So we met up over a beer. And honestly, I expected him to be some slick, manipulative creep who dangled bags of candy over playground fences. But nothing could have been further from the truth. He was a good guy, soft-spoken, polite, and real. Honestly, he was just a regular guy. In fact, to be perfectly honest, he was short and kind of dumpy looking, the kind of guy you'd see at any bowling alley and you wouldn't look at twice. But what he told me changed my life. "You need to understand something," he said to me. "We, as men of more experience," and I want you to remember that phrase, as men of more experience, we have so much to offer younger women. The young guys, they date, they walk them to the nearest Denny's, they take them to hang out in dirty apartments and hit them up at 11 for 15-minute booty calls. And he said girls are sick of it. What they want is they want someone to show them something new, someone with even just a couple more years experience. Someone to take an interest in them and actually care about who they are. Someone to expand their worlds a little, introduce them to new experiences. And this was the sentence that really woke me up. And pay special attention now. He said, "Just by being you, you make them feel appreciated and beautiful and grown up." That got my attention. The more he showed me, the more I began to see things in a whole new light. William showed me how he doesn't just have a younger girlfriend, but multiple younger girlfriends. He told me again how they made him feel 25 again, how they light up his life, how sexually adventurous they are, and how full they are of happy energy and optimism, and how the girls always tell him how much they say he makes them feel adored and appreciated. And grown up. Well, they feel grateful, treasured. But hold on, I said. Let me guess. They've all got daddy issues, right? He shook his head and he said, "Look, that's a myth. That's just another myth thrown at you by married guys who want you to be miserable like them, or by older women who feel threatened by how sexy, free, sexual, and available younger women are." He said, "Sure, some younger women want the warm, fatherly experience they missed out on, but mostly they're just beyond their years. They're smart. They want a man to treat them like a woman, not a girl. In fact, they're craving guys a little older." He said they want to date men, not boys. He was blowing my mind. I was starting to feel something huge shifting in me, whole new horizons opening. He said, "You have so many assets of a grown man that you're not even aware of, and younger women will love that about you. All they want is to be in your life a little bit, to taste something different, more adult, more adventurous. It's a better life, he said. It's sexier. It's easy. You do it right, you'll see. Well, could it be true? Maybe I could date these amazingly sexy, adventurous younger women he showed me. Maybe my best days were not behind me. I mean, what if younger women really were quietly predisposed to desiring men like us, men who had just a little more experience, and that very fact turned them on? Well, to seal the deal, William handed me a copy of Vogue magazine and pointed to this dog-eared page marked The Mature Allure, Dissecting the Attraction of the Older Man, written by, what do you know, a beautiful young blonde. I mean, look, I'm not talking about some checkout aisle rag, but this is Vogue magazine. It's the #1 magazine for stylish, sophisticated, educated women. And in the article, she talked about how guys in their 40s and 50s were more appealing, emotionally and physically, to her group of sexy, worldly friends in their late 20s. She also cited scientific research proving that women are hardwired to feel attracted to older men with more life experience. She showed research that proves women are drawn to specific qualities in guys with more life experience. Here's a couple of them, just so you know. First, women are driven by 2 evolutionary imperatives. 1, to find protection, and 2, to find a man who is solid and trustable. And they both find that in you, the older man. Now, there are several other qualities, actually 7 specific ones that you probably already have. And these other ones are even more important. And when you learn how to convey these 7 qualities, you become unstoppably magnetic in her mind and body. You become what she's been craving, all 7, what I call the romantic leader. And this is the secret you've been looking for. The romantic leader has all 7 traits that her mind is hardwired to feel intensely attracted to. Most men, especially those, showy alpha males with overgrown muscles, they only possess 1 or 2 of these traits, kind of outward ones, which is why so many women feel unfulfilled with those kind of guys and can't figure out why. But when you can convey all 7 traits of the romantic leader, and these are just small things, by the way, that you'll learn with me, it's done. Game over. You win. Most women will find you irresistible. Even if you don't have any of the outward trappings that pop media has brainwashed us into thinking we need. And here's the cool part. Are you ready for this? You already possess at least 5 of these traits. And the reason you're not already showing them yet is because you're unconsciously doing what's called masking behaviors that hide these traits from women. And the last 2 traits are extremely easy to develop and convey in your personality. In fact, once you discover what they are, I think you'll be shocked at how you've lived so long without using them to your advantage. Your life will quickly improve in all areas, so quickly that you'll never look back. Now, the great fact is that younger women are already biologically drawn to you, biologically drawn to men older than them. Younger women already desire older men. Younger women are already attracted to older men. And your job is just not to blow it by making the mistakes other guys make, that dreaded trigger, creepy old guy vibe. You don't want to be that guy. Now, that's why I showed you the image, by the way, of the scientific beaker earlier, because science has proven that women are hardwired to be attracted to older men. So, what might have been holding you back until now? Simple. Most older guys, untrained in how to talk to younger women, blow it in the first 5 seconds, and they never get a chance. But not you, not after this presentation. Because I'm going to show you how you can learn all 7 traits of the romantic leader and enjoy the rich rewards of being one of the extremely rare men who just get it. So listen, after hearing about all this, I decided to take action and give it a shot. And the next day, on William's advice, I signed up to a couple of the online dating sites he recommended. Not the common ones. Because it turns out that younger women who are seeking older guys, there are quiet websites that few guys know about, bursting at the seams with gorgeous young women who are eager to meet regular guys with more experience, guys like you and me. And after identifying the out-of-touch older guy mistakes other guys made, I put together my profile according to William's guidelines. In fact, I'm going to show you the first part of the exact profile I wrote near the end of this presentation. For now, all you need to know is this: that 1-page profile attracted more than 2,500 emails from beautiful young women in less than 6 months. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I had no idea that so many young women wanted a man more than 2 decades older than them. Clearly, I had tapped a vein of gold. This was amazing to me. Me, divorced guy, bald spot guy, 5'9" and extra pounds around the middle guy. And it only took one of these young beauties to wake me up and make me realize why dating younger women can be such an exhilarating experience, although there were dozens more to follow. Let me just give you an example, all right? My first date was with Tasha. She was 21 and her family had moved here from Eastern Europe. She was gorgeous, high cheekbones, a real self starter, well read, ambitious, and I admired her from the start. So I took her out to a restaurant, nothing too fancy. We both enjoyed a little four-course meal, some good wine, some conversation. We talked about our favorite movies, which happened to be the same. And I was fascinated by her story about arriving from Eastern Europe with parents who could never quite figure out the US. Well, everything was just going great. We had so much in common. But then as dessert came, she suddenly burst out into tears. I was shocked. All these thoughts flashed through my mind. Did I do something wrong? So I asked her why she's crying, and I'll never forget what she said. She said, I'm okay. It's just nobody has ever treated me with such respect before. The wine, the restaurant, no one has ever been interested in me before. I was stunned. I must have looked like an idiot with my mouth wide open in surprise, but she told me about all the younger boy men who hit on her all the time, who were rude, who pawed at her, who texted her 11:30 at night asking her if she wanted to, hang out. Young guys who have barely started shaving and who talked about nothing but their own adolescent egotistical selves. Unlike you and me, they had no life experience. Unlike you and me, they don't know how to show care and interest in a woman, as naturally befits our more years of experience in life. And that's when it really struck me. William was right. I really did have more to offer this beautiful, happy young woman than guys her own age. Well, my confidence only grew as the date ended up back at my place and then in the bedroom. And since then, I've never looked back. Now I only date women like her, and I'm living what all my friends call a dream life. Now, I've come a long way from being that sad, lonely divorced guy who thought he had no future with women anymore. And I've never been happier than I am today. And in a moment, I'm going to show you how you can enjoy the same results too. Now, that story is very personal to me. And I hope that by sharing it with you, that I've shown you that there's not only hope for you, but there's a proven method that makes dating younger women easy. Now, sure, these days most people know me as the widely published dating expert, and yes, my website receives hundreds of thousands of visitors a year, and over 90,000 men and women are subscribed to my daily newsletter. And I have hundreds of testimonials from happy students, and all that stuff is great, and I'm really proud of it. But honestly, this presentation isn't about me and my expertise. This one's about you. Now, I'm telling you about my success helping men worldwide so that you know you can be safe trusting me and using the inside secrets I'm about to show you. It's crazy. When my own marriage fell apart, I had no idea of the amazing future in front of me. I hated it. But as it turns out, hitting bottom was the best thing that ever could have happened to me. And I'm glad it happened this way because I've developed all the tools and training to help other men, just like you, who want to enjoy the happiness, the youth, and vitality of younger women in your life. I want you to have what I have. I want you to enjoy dating and making love to gorgeous young women and to do it on your terms. Now, if you're one of the millions of men who have fallen victim to that lie that bright, fun, adventurous young women only want to date boy men, then you've got to decide now to believe the truth, because if you don't, you will never be able to give younger women the experience that they so desperately crave from you. And life will continue to pass you by as you settle for women who, may not really turn you on. So listen, if you've struggled meeting younger women, it's really not your fault. Don't blame yourself. Blame those dumb daytime talk shows, those low-grade romance novels. You and I and these women have been bombarded with false, misleading claims from these crooks. They want you to believe that you're supposed to just roll over and die once you hit 40. Or that if you crave the company of young, beautiful women, that there's something wrong with you that needs to be fixed. Just the opposite. I used to believe that too. I felt really powerless, and I almost gave up. And it seemed just so far out of my reach, something that maybe other guys could do, but not me. Well, maybe you feel like that now, okay? Like learning how to meet beautiful women and enjoy passionate sex with them is only for other men. And that's how the worst of the media wants it. They depend on your suffering to make a buck. Why else would men waste money on $15,000 watches and other things that are supposed to make you look desirable to women? None of which actually work to attract those quality, younger, hotter women, by the way. Because it's not about money. But all that popular media brainwashing out there, it's enough to confuse anyone. Now, the truth is that in order to start getting heartbreakingly beautiful young women to approach you for a date, you only need to learn a few simple strategies and techniques. In fact, you could use these techniques right now, tonight, and start meeting women right away. That's right, tonight. Even if you don't think you're good looking. I mean, have you seen my picture? Even if you're overweight or going bald. Again, have you seen my picture? Even if you're totally inexperienced at this and you've never dated a woman that much younger than you before. And by the way, you'll be surprised when you see how easy it is once you know the secrets. So no matter what your situation with women is, the system William showed me is like having a magical skeleton key that unlocks the hearts, minds, and luscious young bodies of these women and gives you privileged access to younger women that most men will never get and will never enjoy. Okay, so now that you know the problem, that your ability to date younger women has been held back due to the big lies you've been told, let's dive into the specific training tips I have for you today. These are the same tips that I shared with a select handful of my own inner circle readers who went on to successfully date and make love to some of the most beautiful young women around. To begin with, remember that hamburger stand I showed you in the beginning of this presentation? Well, listen to this. Years ago, I learned an unforgettable lesson from one of the greatest marketing thinkers of all time. His name was Gary Halbert, and he was famous for stepping up in front of an audience of people and issuing a challenge. He said, "All right, let's have a contest. You and I are going to have competing hamburger stands. You can choose to have any advantage over me that you want. So what advantage would you choose?" Well, the audience shouted things like better location, better quality food, more attractive employees, a more modern hamburger stand, the ability to make hamburgers faster, and so on and so forth. And once they were finished listing all the advantages they would choose, Gary would laugh and he would say, "Okay, you can have all those advantages combined, and I'd still whip your butt in terms of how much money I made." Why? Because the advantage I would choose to have over you is a starving crowd. So what's this $1 million secret of a starving crowd got to do with you and dating younger women? It's an important one. Pay attention. Everything. You see, trying to meet, attract, date, and enjoy sex with younger women is easy, but there's just one important thing to remember. You only want to deal with the younger women who are already eagerly seeking out older men. In other words, you want a starving crowd. That's why going to a nightclub, for example, is probably the worst thing you can do to meet younger women. Those women aren't looking for guys like us. Not there anyway. Instead, go where the women are already looking, and you'll have a much, much easier time. In fact, it'll be so easy you'll never waste your time with those kind of bars and nightclubs again. Unless, it's just you hanging out with the boys. So that's romantic leader tip number 1. Go where the fish are already hungry for what you've got. And in just a moment, I'll show you how you can learn what those secret places are, where younger women are already seeking you out. Places where the competition is practically zero, and the women are approaching you for dates, not the other way around. Now let's talk about romantic leader tip number 2, which is how to avoid those 3 big mistakes men make that instantly get them labeled as creepy old guy. All right, the first mistake is trying to act and dress young instead of being authentically youthful, right? Falsely young versus youthful is key to the system. Other guys without this training come off as trying too hard, which women can smell right away and they despise it. Remember, she's not coming onto you because she wants another young 20-something boy man. She can get that all day without you. She's looking for a man who is older, wiser, more experienced in the world, who makes her feel grown up. So you're already in. Just don't try to dress or act or speak like a boy man of 25 and you'll be fine. In fact, later I'll show you how you can learn the best possible way to dress in order to trigger deep sexual attraction in her. The second mistake is trying to fit into younger venues rather than raising young women up to your level. Listen, she doesn't need you to hang out at her tiny apartment with her younger friends, right? She wants to experience your world and your friends. And the third deadly mistake is trying to use young language, saying things like YOLO or LOL when chatting online like you're 16. Don't do it. It shows you lack confidence as a man of more experience, that you're faking something to fit in rather than demonstrating that you naturally belong wherever you go. That is how a man of experience carries himself. I'll show you how to make sure that the power structure is reversed and more natural, and she is trying to fit into your reality, she's trying to fit into your world, and she is surrendering to your leadership. Now remember, you're the experienced one here, so she's looking to you for something she doesn't have with those boring young boy men. All right, now that we've begun to cover these 3 deadly mistakes, here comes the really big, massive, crucial tip. Now warning, without using romantic leader tip number 3, you can forget about these next tips for improving your sex life. This is a tip that will transform you into the kind of man that younger women feel an overwhelming surge of attraction for. They literally can't help it because this automatically flips on their attraction switch and compels them to start desiring you sexually. Now, remember how I told you that I have the ultimate comeback to that dreaded question, aren't you a little old for me? Or, hey, how old are you? Well, first off, let me tell you something. When women ask this, they don't necessarily think you're too old. They're just testing you. They want to see if you're proud of the man you are, or if you're going to collapse and disappoint them and shrink right there in front of them and act less than or be apologetic. They're curious to see if you've got balls worthy of your age. Now, most men collapse. I've seen this. They start making excuses for themselves. But I look younger than I am, or, age is only a number. Not good. Maybe you've made this mistake in the past, and it's okay. I used to do that kind of thing too. But I learned how to easily flip the power back into my court with just a few simple words. Now, I got your back. With me, you'll never make these attraction-destroying mistakes again, I promise. So here's what you do. When she age tests you, you simply drop this bomb, as I and my students have learned to do with astounding success many, many times. You say, hey, that's okay. I think you can keep me interested for at least a little while. You seem older than your years. See what we did? It's kind of cocky, but it disarms them. It's effective, and it flips the power to you, letting them know that you're now in the power position and you're not giving it up, which is why they want you. It's what they want, and this is why they test you. So say it straight and silently watch their reaction. I guarantee she'll smile, and then she'll probably blush a little as her body is flooded with hormones that compel her to feel instantly attracted to you. You see, the 7 key words here are, I think you can keep me interested. In just a few choice words, you flip the power into your favor. Now she has to prove herself worthy of you. Are you beginning to see how this system works? Are you beginning to see how, with just the right techniques, the right words, the wonderful world of younger women can be yours for the taking? Listen, most guys don't know how to talk to women like this. Nobody ever showed them. Most guys ask the same boring questions and give the same boring answers. Not the confident, commanding directives I've discovered over the years work like magic to spark that flame of attraction in her heart and then keep it burning to the point where it becomes a white heat of desire. And she will do almost anything to have you. Do you get what this means for you and for your life? It means you're going to have a massive advantage over every other guy out there once you've got this complete system on how to talk to younger women in this special way. Okay, that was already a lot to cover, but it's worth it, right? Because from here on in, the rest of your life can be totally different. A dream life. This means you have 2 choices on where to go from here. Choice 1, take the information I've just started to give you and try to go it alone. Or there's choice 2, the smart choice. Now, the smart choice is the quickest, easiest, and most effortless path to start meeting and attracting an endless supply of young, gorgeous women into your life. Let me do the work for you because, well, I already have. I mean, why start from scratch and try to reinvent the wheel when I've laid out your exact step-by-step blueprint for instant and consistent success with dating younger women? We've been testing and improving every aspect of this system for years, and we've helped countless thousands of men enjoy newfound youth and vitality, and yes, a whole lot of sex and deep connection with gorgeous women who pursued them first. Now, here's what most men watching this presentation decide to do. And now you're going to see how I'm going to totally transform your love life today. I and my team have spent the last 22 months perfecting a full spectrum, step-by-step program called the Date Younger with Dignity system. It's the first program ever that allows you to enjoy all the benefits of younger women without having to go out and pursue them like a needy puppy or to risk rejection. This simple and tested program will work for you even if you have no experience with dating younger women than you, if you've never met a woman online before, or if you're terrified of rejection. Now, don't be now, because now the women will pursue you. Or if you have no idea how to talk to and relate to younger women, it's actually easier than you think once you know the secrets. And one of the secrets is that the internet has flattened the world. You probably have more in common with a younger woman, 5, 10, 20 years younger than you imagine. Now, let me tell you what Date Younger with Dignity is not, just so you know exactly what you're about to experience. First of all, it's not a dumb adolescent book of pickup lines that don't work anyway. And it's not a course on how to manipulate women or lie to them or insult them. Rather, it's just the opposite. Now, the beauty of this system is that you will make young women's lives better by how you treat, speak to, and touch them, while at the same time, your life takes on a dreamlike quality. Now, you've been lied to enough. You're an adult, not a boy, and you want a solution that works without childish gimmicks. So, Date Younger with Dignity is the result of years of study, testing, analyzing what actually works with real women in the real world. And it's all based on the extensive testing that both William and I have enjoyed with well over 100 young, beautiful women in just a couple of years alone, the last couple of years alone. Now, I know it works. It's not only worked for me and William, but it's also worked for literally thousands of men for around the world. Regular guys, just like you and me, who have just that little more experience that turn younger women on. And right now, this easy success can be your success. Because as you'll get to know me over the next few months, I refuse to live a mediocre life. I refuse to settle for second or third best, and I refuse to allow anybody to tell me who I can and cannot date. So even though I started out divorced, frustrated, pretty hopeless when I first got back onto the dating scene, I committed myself to gaining mastery with younger women. So for over a decade, I've tested and refined every one of these ideas into simple, repeatable techniques and strategies that just plain work to bring an endless stream of young women into your life, and they will literally plead for dates with you. Now, before we go any further, it's only fair, I'm 100% honest with you, this program is really just for a few certain select kind of men. The system is powerful, and it works, so it's for men who actually, really, genuinely love and want to know the inside secrets of how to enjoy happy days and steamy nights with young, beautiful women. It is not for men who want to hurt women in any way. It's for men who have decided that they want more from life than the mediocrity most guys settle for. And it's for men who value their time and don't want to waste years and years of their life trying to figure this out on their own. Now, it's also for men who are smart enough to want to have a huge advantage over other men in the dating marketplace. First, because once you start using my secrets for effortlessly magnetizing younger women into your life, you'll instantly set yourself above other men she's ever met or will meet. And second, I'm going to show you the secret online sites to go to where young, sexy women are currently looking for guys like you and me as we speak. In short, this system is for grown men who understand the value of learning from a pro rather than wasting years of their life with trial and error. Now, I'm telling you, the solution I've got for you here makes dating young, attractive women as easy as it can get. So if you're wanting the real, best-known, tested shortcut to dating younger women, then here's what you can expect. If you want to enjoy feeling 10 to 20 years younger again, if you want to have hot, passionate sex with gorgeous younger women, with tight bodies and soft skin and shiny hair and amazingly firm and perky breasts, and if you want to be the envy of your friends and neighbors, and most importantly, if you want to enjoy that massive boost in confidence that comes from knowing that you have multiple young, amazing women lining up to date you, then Date Younger with Dignity isn't just a system for you. It's the only system for you, the only comprehensive choice, the best way forward for you, because it's tested. It's grown up. It's respected by many of the leading dating experts in the world, and it's respectful of women, and it works. So let's take a look at what you're going to receive when you get access to the program today. In the tight, concise teaching modules of Date Younger with Dignity, you'll find out specifically what not to say that makes you look awkward and makes her write you off as that creepy old guy. You never want to be that guy again. On page 25 of the Foundations module, I'll dissect the 4 types of younger women who are dreaming right now about a romantic relationship with a man of more experience like you, and how you can attract each of those 4 types with almost no effort at all. Remember, they already want a romantic relationship with you. You'll discover how to make every woman you ever meet feel fortunate to even be considered by you. In Chapter 5 of the Communications Wizardry module, I'll show you how to use Facebook to effortlessly establish and grow your social circle and casually meet younger women, giving you social authority, the sexy social aura that young women admire. I'll show you how to rapidly install unshakable confidence into each and every word you speak and every motion of your body, and also how to dress so you don't mistakenly come off like some worn-out, clueless dude. Now, once you get all that, in Module 2, I'll show you the number one secret sexual fantasy young women want to fulfill with an older man like you. All you need to do is just hint that you can fulfill this for her, and she'll begin fantasizing about you night after night until she gets you into bed. I'll also teach you how to detect not just the obvious, but the subtle signs of a gold digger. You do not want to waste your time and money on those. You'll find out also how not to sound embarrassingly out of touch with the younger generation trends and values, no matter what your age. And you'll learn how to come off as hip, informed, and smarter than them. Also, you'll discover an entirely different way of making love to your woman as a genuine leader, because I'm including a guide to advanced sexuality that will make her vibrate with delight long after she crawls out of your bed and last until she comes running back into your arms once again. I'll give you the 7 simple ways to silently and seductively establish yourself as her romantic leader right in the beginning, in those first few minutes. And I'll show you how to do that without being bossy or demanding, but rather the romantic leader she's always dreamed of, which to her is sexy beyond belief. And then I'll give you the part that most men tell me they find most valuable, an entire module on how to refine your approach skills so that younger women will open to you instantly and willingly. Do what I show you, and she'll be suddenly ready to step into a daring and naughty adventure with you. But really, that's just scratching the surface. The Date Younger with Dignity system goes way beyond mere tactics. Instead, it helps you start a whole new unlimited life shift, a reawakening into your full power, into new ways of acting, speaking, touching, feeling, moving, attracting, connecting, and yes, of course, bedding beautiful younger women. New skills that make you not only irresistibly attractive to younger women, but make you feel more alive, more vital, and more powerful in ways that you haven't felt in years. Oh, and if you've been, off the court or out of it for a while, then you better prepare yourself for how aggressive and sexually free younger women are today, hooking up on beaches at night, in the back of restaurants, in the car, in fields. And of course, young women will dazzle you in the privacy of your bedroom. Remember, younger women today can be shockingly daring. They love fun and experimentation, and they're waiting for you to step up with exactly the confidence and dignity I show you how to embody and communicate. Literally, all your fantasies can come true, one by one. It's like landing on a different planet. Or being the most popular guy in college, except this time you know how to be the romantic leader, and you, instead of her, are the prize. Now, you may believe that a system that can do so much to make your life so much happier would cost thousands of dollars. And yeah, sure, it's worth that. Actually, I surveyed the guys who have already gotten access to the Date Younger with Dignity community. I asked them what it's worth to them, and the most common answer was priceless. They said, absolutely no way would I go back to the level of dating I had before. And you won't either. And today, something special. You're not only receiving the entire Date Younger with Dignity system, but just for watching this presentation, I'd like to give you free of charge these following value add bonuses to help you get results faster and easier. Okay? When you download your copy right now, you're also going to get the Romantic Leader's Guide to Creating an Irresistible Magnetic Online Profile. Now, this little handbook gives you even more templates, even more ways to create the only kind of profile I believe in. And that's the kind that has women writing to you first. These copy, adjust, and paste templates show you how to, 1, embed sensual language without using sexual language. It's a trick. I will show you how that works. 2, what's called future fantasy pacing, so they can imagine what it's like to be with you. 3, how to pre-install high trust in you, which you absolutely have to do, especially as a man of more experience. She wants to feel that trust in you. And there's specific ways to install trust right in your initial words. And 4, how to create what I call the instant we feeling of it. Hey, it's you and me against the world, as if you're already a couple. It's a writing technique. I'll show you how to do that. Plus, I'll give you a dozen specific techniques to make her feel in her bones that you are the romantic leader she's been waiting for. And remember when I told you I received over 2,500 emails from my own profile? Want to see how I did it? Here we go. Watch how I open this. This is just the first paragraph. It's so different from those boring list profiles men bore women with all the time. Most profiles sound like, my job is this, I like skiing and that, and I've been to this number of countries, and blah, blah, blah. It's just a list. Pay attention to my opening words. This got me 2,500 emails. It starts like this. I am a man at the height of his powers, and you are a young beauty at the threshold of your possibilities. What turns me on are people who dream big and have high creative talent, who want to eat up this world and experience it all boldly, fearlessly, but also tenderly, and whose hearts are deep and loving. Okay, I'll show you how to create profiles that have that exact connection and embedded sensuality language that were mixed there together that makes younger women write to you first. Now, the magic key here is to be both respectful, to be inspirational, but also enticing, inviting her into a more interesting life than her own limited life is right now. Now, ask any woman about online profiles, and she'll tell you 90% of men's online profiles just plain suck. They bore, they brag, they fail to inspire. But not only will yours now be better than every other man's profile where you live, it'll quietly and automatically turn on every attraction trigger that sensual younger women have, attracting exactly the type of woman you want. I'll show you exactly how to lay the necessary elements into your profile that makes it almost impossible for younger women not to write to you and ask to meet you. I'll also reveal little-known sites where beautiful young women flock to you with open arms, so you'll never have to waste money on age-hating, mainstream sites like Stupid eHarmony and sites like that ever again. Now, this special guide alone, which will change your life, is worth an easy $197 all by itself. But you won't even pay close to that today because you're watching this. I mean, honestly, what's it worth to you to know the surefire success secrets guys over 35 use to land the hottest dates online? Yeah, it's a priceless gift to your life. But I'm also going to give you 2 more bonus guides so you don't have to wait to bring home your next young beauty. I created the first guide because the biggest complaint I get from grown men is that they too often end up in the friend zone. And it makes sense because probably, just like you, they're good guys. Look, we're guys. We're responsible at work. We're good sons. Maybe we're good dads. And these other guys genuinely do make good friends. But young women aren't eager to jump into bed with platonic friends. So I created something called the Friend Zone Blaster System, so you'll never get stuck in the friend zone again. Also, so that you specifically get seen as a potential sexual partner at the start, I'm giving you a brand new guidebook called Getting Sexual Without Getting Creepy, the Irresistible Man's Guide to Cutting Through the Small Talk. Now, this is a no BS guide in which you'll discover the secret language, the secret words that my students successfully use to quickly and effortlessly move from, casual small talk to more sexually charged conversation. And all in a way where she feels naturally titillated and in no way pressured or weirded out. Instead, you just watch. She will feel that new horizons are opening up before her life just by talking to you for a few minutes. Instead, in just a few short minutes, she will open up to you. She will start thinking about what it's like to sleep with you, what your arms feel like around her, what your lips feel like on hers. So I'm giving you another new guide. Now, this one men's requested, and it's equally essential. This one's called, and you'll really like this one, the 10 biggest mistakes men make with younger women. Because let's face it, as men, you and I need to play the game by a totally different set of rules today. What worked for you 10 years ago or 20 years ago or even more will mark you right away as hopelessly and honestly even comically outdated and undesirable today. So don't do those things. Now, this program is your up-to-the-minute update. You're up-leveling. It's necessary reading for all men who hope to date younger women. And in this bonus program, you'll discover where to naturally and easily meet younger women in the real world, as well as online, what to say in order to start a fun and sexy conversation, then how to keep it going and establish you in her mind as her intriguing romantic leader. You will be surprised at how effortless and easy conversations with younger women can be once you use these specific techniques. I'll also show you how to lead younger women into conversation topics that make her curious about you, attracted to you, seen and especially appreciated by you, and therefore eager to be part of your world. I'll demonstrate for you the one thing you must always include in your online profile that compels her to write to you immediately, and just technique after technique, exactly what works, what to say, and what to do in any and every situation. Now, when you do these few things I show you, no younger woman is out of your league or out of your reach. Now, I've also added another bonus for you. And believe it or not, I actually had to create this bonus at the request of my students. It's a special guide to how to handle questions from your family or friends, and especially older women, so that they understand that this is your life, not theirs. I call this guidebook How to Handle the Haters. You will appreciate it. Believe me, I actually created it because the men using my program were having so much success and dating so many beautiful younger women. Their friends and family were making comments so much. They just wanted to have easy answers to handle these people. Now, I'm sure you can see why this is so important and useful to you, especially once you start seeing a flood of young women in your life. Now, the next free bonus is a high value cheat sheet that's going to help you every single time you get to talk to younger women so that you remain the one in the power position. This free bonus guidebook is called The Irresistible Man's 21 Confident Conversation Tactics. And you're going to find out how to always speak as the king of your personal world, her indisputable and sexy romantic leader in all things. This way, she'll feel that no matter who you are, or what you do for a living, or how much you make or don't make, you are unmistakably a confident and magnetic masculine man. I'll show you how to communicate to her that you are a scarce and valuable person in her life, so she never takes you for granted. And I'll show you how to come across as a supremely confident and alluring man by eliminating these specific words from your conversation forever. I have a list of them. They will kill attraction. Because if you use these words, she's going to turn off in a second and take you for a weak, out of touch wimp or loser. You'll learn how to avoid her trapping yes-no questions and instead how to masterfully steer the conversation into deeper, more intimate territory, which is what younger women secretly dream of. I call this one the Don Draper effect. And I'll show you how to use my devastatingly effective sexy sandwich technique to let her know that you find her really attractive without making you sound needy at all. No, I know. That is a lot of superpower advantages you're getting. So let me just quickly sum this all up for you and remind you of everything you're about to get when you download the stuff today. The Date Younger with Dignity Foundations program is called Becoming the Irresistible Experienced Man, which shows you exactly how to meet and attract all the beautiful younger women you could ever dream about. And that's a $4.97 value on its own. Then you're getting the Magnetic Attraction Skills Action Guide, which is our proven, tested approach and rapport building techniques that you can use anywhere you meet younger women so you don't have to think up stuff on the spot. And that's a $2.97 value. The Romantic Leader's Escalation Guide, because, well, what happens after you say hello? What's next? Well, the Escalation Guide is a step-by-step guide to keep opening her up to you deeper and deeper as your conversation grows more sexual, more intimate, hotter, and steamier. And that's a $97 value. Then, the Make Her Write You First profile cheat sheet. I've talked to you about that. I showed you the opening few lines. I have it as a $47 value, but it's worth double that, 4 times that. The 21 Confident Conversation Tactics keep you in the power. Now, I've compiled these tactics especially for you to make sure that the confident impact I show you in the earlier modules stays strong right into the bedroom. And I've just added extra necessary bonuses to make you absolutely and completely successful and bulletproof. There's the Irresistible Man's Guide to Creating a Magnetic Online Profile. And these are additional templates and sample profiles and techniques that have worked so well for me and my students in the past. You're also going to get Communications Wizardry, which is new. It draws on the latest research on influence and what we call ethical seduction so that she feels seen, heard, respected, and of course, wildly sexually attracted to you. Then you get the Irresistible Man's Guide to Cutting Through the Small Talk, Getting Sexual Without Getting Creepy, and this one's essential. I told you about that one because that will avoid that overt, creepy sexual language that women don't want to hear from you, but they definitely want to be drawn into your sensual world. And finally, of course, the 10 biggest mistakes men make with younger women. You need that. I think you can see now why the Date Younger with Dignity system is so highly valued by men around the world. Even without all the bonuses, it's a steal. And now it's even more valuable to you. Between the main program and the bonuses, you're receiving over $1,223 worth of real-world value here. And just for watching through this presentation today and getting to know me, I've slashed your investment even further. Are you ready to be very, very pleased? Okay. Before today, you might have continued down that lonely, regret-filled road of other guys, of being forced to date women that you're not even attracted to. I will not let this happen to you. I don't want you to fade away into that twilight of life any more than you want to, which, by the way, will happen if you don't take focused, committed action to get better results now. I want you to radically enjoy the next stage of your life the way you've dreamed of. I've done it. My readers and students have done it. Now it's your turn. Welcome to your new dream life for the next few decades. Whether you've been married, divorced, widowed, or single, right now can be your best moment to finally have what you've always wanted. So I've made this a very easy decision for you. Today, you're not going to have to pay $1,223 or more, or even the $497 or even $197, which would be the steal of the century to change your life like this. Because you've watched this video and you've entered my world, I'm offering the complete Date Younger with Dignity system today at the lowest ever entry tuition. You can get the whole thing for just one small investment of $69.50 only, which is an amount any man can handle. Think about it. That's less than $1.30 a week for just a year, and you'll get the benefit of meeting gorgeous, happy, lustful, younger women every year for the rest of your life. You're about to have that something special that younger women desire. You'll quickly become their romantic leader, the very vision of the guy with more life experience that younger women crave. You'll easily and effortlessly attract an endless supply of beautiful young women into your life, making you the envy of all your male friends. You can have a lifetime of hot sex with gorgeous young women who not only look up to you as a guide or a mentor, but also deeply crave being held in your arms while you lay in bed together, completely naked, happy, fulfilled. And I've lowered tuition for this program for a simple and obvious reason. I'm doing it because when you see the results you get, you'll probably be my customer and friend for life. But more important than that, I remember how awful it felt to be that middle-aged guy and feel utterly terrified that my days of enjoying and betting women that I was actually attracted to were over. I don't want a few dollars to get in the way of any man experiencing the thrill and joy of dating younger women. So I'm giving you a deal so ridiculously good that it's a no-brainer for you to say yes. All I ask is one small favor in return down the road. Download the course, read it, absorb it, put it into practice, use all the techniques, and just sit back and enjoy your new life with younger women. And when you're ready, send me a note, send me a letter with your success story, anonymously of course, and tell me about the women you've met and how they respond to you now that you know the inside fast pass to trigger their attraction and awaken their inner sensual animal. I'd love to hear how you feel more powerful, how you feel more capable, how you feel happier. But put it into your own words, because within a couple of weeks, if you use what I show you, you might be dating a grad student or a yoga teacher or an ambitious young executive or a model or a free-spirited artist. Whichever type of girl is your choice, I want to hear about your success. So even though you're probably already saying yes and you probably are clicking on the order form below, let me make this an even easier yes for you. You don't even need to make your final decision right now. Just go ahead, download all the guidebooks, bonuses, videos, templates now, use the techniques for up to 60 days, feel and experience the changes, the inner changes, as well as the outer ones in your life, because they will come. In fact, if you just use my dating profile templates, you'll see the change as early as tonight when you start getting emails from young, pretty women eager to meet you. And if for some reason, if you're not thrilled, just email me for an easy, fast, no-hassle refund, support@adamgilad.com. We're always there. But if you're like other men who have succeeded here before, I think you'll be sending me your success stories instead. Now, you know me, I have a reputation in this business. I stand behind my system 100% because I know it works. It's not only worked for me, that aging divorced guy with some extra pounds and a big bald spot, but it's also worked for countless thousands of other men just like you who wanted to meet, date, and have passionate sexual encounters with gorgeous younger women who were eager to meet them. I spent years cataloging everything you need to know to date the younger women you've always wanted, but you weren't sure how to get. That's why I make it easy for you to succeed and make sure there's absolutely no risk for you. Look, I only want happy readers in my inner circle. We have fun together and we own our lives. So like I said, if you don't want this amazing life with younger women cuddling and nuzzling around you, admiring you, opening you up to whole new ways of living and loving and adventuring, just write me within 60 days of testing it out. I will give you a quick, no-hassle refund. That's my pledge to you. Oh, and one more thing. Just because you've watched this presentation today, I'm going to give you one final super bonus that may prove worth the value of the entire program. I'm going to give you private access to the Motherlode. It's my elite private vault that holds nearly all my other mastery programs and teachings. 10 years of work, yours for the taking. I call this the Bold Life Men's Success Academy, and it's a total reboot of everything you need to be successful with women today, including my top advanced programs like the Boldness Code. It's probably my best known program. 11 packed modules on how to boldly approach women, boldly touch women, boldly escalate sexually, have bold, interesting, exciting sex with them, bold digital seduction, texting, email, and so much more. Also, I'm including Erotic Mastery, which are 8 audio guides to white tantra, dirty talk in bed that really turns them on, sexual depth and connection, the way a man of experience should take a woman, advanced bedroom techniques, and what I call 24-hour foreplay, which excites women no end, and of course so much more. I'm also going to give you my Mindgasm relationship skills. Now, this is over 12 videos I've made to make her breathlessly admire your maturity and skill in things like this: overcoming ambivalence, reversing any wired-in avoidance that she has from the past, how to create safety and security for her, and how to create that couple bubble that women love, and of course so much more. This elite mastery circle is bold, and it gives you a steady supply of advanced skills. A steady, week-by-week treasure trove of practices, tools, techniques, and mindset shifts so that you will always appear bold and sexy and in the power position to younger women, especially younger women. Plus, here's another thing. Once you're inside this elite circle, you can ask me anything, and I'll record a complete and detailed answer, which means that any challenge or any question you might have, you'll get it answered quickly and decisively. And I can tell you there's nowhere else in the world where you can get that, and there's no one else in the world who can give that to you and do that for you but me. The Bold Life Men's Success Academy assures that the best women are not merely attracted to you, but that they are completely, ravenously, enthusiastically inspired by you. They'll admire you as a man, as her long-desired romantic leader, as someone to look up to. This way you'll never have to worry about how to keep her once I help you get her. You'll have the skills to lead her into a level of yearning she can't get with men who have no access to this level of training. And this way you will be the most successful man with younger women in your city or town. And as always with me, it's totally up to you. Take the Bold Life Men's Success Academy for a 2-week test drive and stay as long as you want. If you find it helpful and you love what you're learning every week with me as you're becoming a true master with women, that's great. Or if you've learned enough and want to drop out and wing it on your own, not a problem. Just write to me again, support@adamgilad.com, and it's done. We're happy to oblige. Learn as much as you want with me, week by week, or let me know when you know enough. Now, if you want into this elite group, just keep an eye out for the checkbox on the next page and choose if you want to test drive it and get all your questions answered. Again, you can ask me anything, any challenges that come up, specific situations as they arise. If you want them answered when they come up, welcome to your new life. Okay. Now, when you click the big orange Add to Cart button below and get instant access to this entire program and all the bonuses, it's all yours right now at 100% zero risk to you, and only $69.50 today for everything. Remember, younger boy men, they're clueless. Young women want real men like you. They don't have the life experience, these boy men, that you now have. And this is precisely what younger women value in you, if you present it in the right way. And by the way, those other older guys who have not downloaded this program, they're clueless too. So you'll have the advantage over them as well. They'll make those awful, deadly, creepy mistakes of saying the wrong things and raising the wrong subjects and taking young women to the wrong locations. But once you have these secrets, no man will pose any competition for you. Compared to you, those other guys will come off as naive, rude, immature, while you come across as knowing, savvy, wise, hip, cool, experienced, and you'll be the romantic leader she secretly craves. In other words, you will own the field. You'll be the desired, experienced man who knows how to swoop in and lead a young woman into a hot romantic adventure. This is what younger women fantasize about. There's so much opportunity waiting for you, and until now, maybe you didn't even know you could win, hands down, free and clear. But now you know that you can win, and on your terms. So now the choice is just, do you take action to create a dream life, Or do you sink into unhappy obscurity? So here's what's going to happen next. When you click the button below, you'll get taken to my 100% secure checkout page. And remember, your investment is 100% covered by my easy 60-day money-back guarantee because I'm not a kid either. And I only want happy men in my programs. And my support team is always here to help and guide you. Next, you'll get instant access to the private members area where you can download all of the materials, all of them including all of the bonus tools and guides right away. And at the same time, you'll get instant access to Test Drive, my elite Bold Life Men's Success Academy, where you get instant access to my huge vault that contain my other guidebooks, videos, and recordings on better sex, vitality, relationship skills, how to create safety and security, how to move a woman out of ambivalence, and really so much more. And of course, everyone's favorite part of that, I answer your questions all week long and update you with new material every single week. That's all there is to it. It's all yours, nice and simple. Next step, download and dig in. You're ready to start meeting and dating younger women as soon as tonight. Now listen, you've reached an important moment now in your life, right? A moment of knowledge, a moment of experience. And when you click below, I'll start showing you how to leverage all that. There's no nice way to say this, by the way, but life passes quickly. And from this moment right now forward, you can either give up and slowly slide into sadness and loneliness and settling for women you don't find attractive. I mean, you've seen these guys' faces, right? Like their life is over. It's a living death. Or you download the complete Date Younger with Dignity system now and get these tools, get trained, and you start now enjoying amazing new adventures with beautiful younger women. It's yours now. The joy and laughter and body-shuddering adventures now in your reach. Now, if you're like me, the first part of your adult life has probably been devoted to work, maybe to raising a family, and doing your duties, being responsible at work and to other people. And now it's time to claim your reward, to finally focus on your happiness for a change, your own mind-blowing pleasures. Choice number one? Yep, you can choose to settle for a repetitive cycle of boring first dates with women who make you want to run away screaming before the food even gets to the table. Or you could try to forget about all the beautiful, yearning, happy young beauties out there, shaking it up, squealing in delight, craving your affection, waiting for you to show them your world. I mean, you can do that. It's not a sin. In fact, most guys out there give up exactly like that. Or you can take choice number two, where you can awkwardly pursue younger women in the old-style creepy ways that are often repulsive to this new generation of girls. You'll be like the crypt keeper, the way other guys do it. That'll mean making a public fool of yourself and, of course, inviting the scorn of the very beautiful young women who otherwise will follow you like little puppies if you did this the right way, which is the exact way you're about to download. Unlike those guys, you'll learn here how to magnetize women from your position of strength and the dignity that you've earned in your life and not go begging after them. Now, in my view, anything less than strength is not masculine, and frankly, you're a grown man. That's beneath you. Finally, choice number three. You download the Date Younger with Dignity system now and start attracting, dating, and enjoying younger women with ease and dignity and class. And definitely without ever coming off like that old guy she doesn't want. In fact, they're about to see you as exactly the opposite. Young women will find you to be an exciting relief, the man of greater experience who has come into her life to save her from bumbling boy men. It's that simple. So, click the orange button below now to get instant access to the entire Date Younger with Dignity system, including all these bonuses. Bonus 1, The Irresistible Man's Guide to Creating an Amazing Online Profile. Your second bonus, The Irresistible Man's Guide to Cutting Through the Small Talk, How to Get Sexual Without Getting Creepy. Bonus number 3, The Irresistible Man's Guide to the 10 Biggest Mistakes Men Make. And bonus number 4, The Irresistible Man's 21 Confident Conversation Tactics to assure that you always stay in the power position. Right now, this is your new beginning. When you download all these trainings, younger women are out there waiting for a man like you to approach them and say the right things to turn them on, to do the right things to turn them on, to touch them in exactly the right ways to turn them on. Right now is your life's crossroads. So what are you going to do? Again, there's no way to paper over this choice in nice ways. Will you fail and stay frustrated, get older and older without Ever experiencing that soft flush and hungry sensuality of a younger woman in your bed, a woman who admires you? No way. You deserve better than that. It's an entirely different life you're about to begin. Listen, first, thanks for caring enough about your life to stay with me and to join this elite group of men who are now successful with beautiful younger women. Download the Date Younger with Dignity system here now and get what you really want in your life. Finally, start living the life you've been maybe secretly or maybe out loud dreaming of. It's your right and it's your turn. Just click the orange Add to Cart button below and get started right now on the path to dating beautiful, younger women today. They're waiting. It's your move. And again, thank you for your time and interest in having a great life. Thanks so much. Okay. You still there? Some of you are still here. Now, I've learned that some people are so blown away by what's actually possible that they have some more questions. You might have a question or two. It happens. So I found that hundreds of men want this new life, but they got some extra questions they need to be answered first, right? We've been around. We want to know stuff. Not a problem. So I anticipated some of you staying on and listening to me here. So give me a minute. Let's run through some of the most frequently asked questions some men ask about this Date Younger with Dignity system. All right, the first question I get a lot is, hey, Adam, do your methods have to do with being a pickup artist? The answer is no. Unequivocally, this course is not about tricking women or doing anything fake or phony or stupid or silly or inauthentic or putting on dumb furry hats or being some creepy pickup dude. It's not about manipulating women or anything else offensive or creepy. Date Younger with Dignity is about positioning yourself in your strengths as someone younger women actually find irresistible, as I call it, the romantic leader that they're actually searching for right now. And they're grateful to finally find a man of just a little bit greater experience to show them something special. Pickup tricks are about faking higher social status. Now, by contrast, I'll show you exactly how to communicate your actual earned higher social status that you've already earned and deserved, simply by having more life experience than she has. And I'll give you the exact techniques to make sure she knows that you're coming from a position of power and strength and not neediness, which is where most pickup artists are coming from, and frankly, they're kind of pathetic. Now, another question I often get is, hey, what if I've never had any luck before? Well, great. Same shoes as I am. I was just as bad. Now, whatever happened to you in the past, it's in the past. I went through divorce. I was so sad when I got divorced. I was so lost. But I can tell you, this is your new beginning. I'm going to guide you through. I'm going to train you. I'm going to teach you how to leverage everything about yourself that women will admire. And if you want help, I'll keep feeding you techniques and knowledge every single week in the Bold Life Men's Success Academy. You're already ahead of the game, even if you don't see it yet. It could be, maybe it's your sense of humor, your sense of adventure. It could be your expertise in your work life, or maybe it's how you relate to very specific people, family, kids, neighbors, that I'll show you. It doesn't matter, but I guarantee you, you've already got qualities, characteristics, and attributes that younger women will find absolutely attractive, and I'm going to show you how to best take advantage of them and express them in the way that they need to hear. I'll show you how to communicate them both online and in conversation so that she admires you. Look, I myself started from zero. I thought after my divorce, no woman would ever want to date me. I thought I was washed up. And if I can go from zero to where I am now, then you can. Next question. Sometimes people ask me, guys ask me this a lot. Will I have to wait for you to ship the course to me? No. It's the 21st century, brother. So just click the orange button below and you will have instant access. As in, like, right now. You're literally probably about 3 or 4 minutes away from finding out the exact secrets, how to attract, approach, and date, and enjoy younger women the way I do it, the way all my students do it, the way that my inner circle of men do it. And men also ask, well, hey, Adam, what if this program doesn't work for me? Well, the answer is simple. It will work. If you use it, if you stick with it, if you practice, if you take your life seriously, you'll see that you will step naturally into your position as a man of more experience and power. Even if it seems outlandish now, day by day, you'll start stepping into it. You will become this romantic leader because I'm giving you all the techniques and all the practices and all the communication skills to be that guy. And remember, by the way, I'm taking all the risk on my shoulders. This program's got to deliver what I promise. It's got to be the thorough, comprehensive program I've been talking about, or within 60 days you can get a fast, no hassle refund. Not a problem. So the truth is that you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by clicking on the orange button below. Now, I'm confident you're going to find the information inside this program truly eye opening and helpful. Online dating, first dates, physical escalation, confident and sexy conversation skills, touch, body language, how to dress youthfully but not fakely young, how to inspire admiration for the man you've become with specific trigger words and trigger topics, and how to stand out from other men quickly and unmistakably. Because of the success we've had in the past with so many thousands of men, I know that all this information that I just talked about is well thought out, it's smart, and it's an effective system that will make you more than happy. I have piled on more information here than you might even imagine so that you have everything you need to succeed. It's an easy choice. Click the Add to Cart orange rectangular button below and let's get you started now. I'm telling you, younger women are out there waiting for you. All you have to do is take the first step. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you inside the program.